What's up, my hungry gringos? So good to see you today, especially because I got to get something off my chest. I need to talk to you about this trend I've been noticing in restaurants lately that makes dining out way less fun, way more expensive, and leaves you feeling way less full. That's why today we're going to be talking about why small plates restaurants are the biggest ripoff in culinary history. Spoiler alert, if you own a restaurant, you might not like this one, but let's do it. So let me know if this has ever happened to you before. You want to check out the hot new restaurant in town that has an ampersand in the title, because all of them have ampersands in the title for some reason. The waiter hands you a menu whimsically attached to a cutting board or a old-timey construction foreman's clipboard or something like that. Welcome to ampersand, ampersand, and ampersand. Here's your menu. Oh, thank you. This is very practical. And then they say the dreaded words. If this is your first time dining with us, I want to let you know that our menu is mostly composed of small, shared plates, family tapas style. And you think, well, I better call the bank because this is going to be one of the most expensive meals I've ever had in my entire life. Now I gotta ask, am I just taking crazy pills, or does this small plates trend feel like a giant ripoff to everyone else? Or is it just me? Now I'm gonna break down this trend piece by piece and let you know why I think not only is it a ridiculous ripoff, but it's also kind of deceptive. Now, after the small plate spiel, they always say this. Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. That's why I'm at a restaurant. Why would I be at a restaurant if I was not hungry? I don't go to the zoo and they don't ask me, oh, would you like to see some animals today? Yeah, that's why I'm at the zoo. Well, if you are, I would recommend about 2 to 3 plates, maybe 4 per person. Why would I need to eat 2 to 3 plates at a restaurant to stay full? That's insane. Now, I would get it if these plates were cheap, but they never are. They're always like super expensive. Now, there's one restaurant in Pasadena, California, that I'm not gonna mention by name. If you were to go by the recommendation to get 2 to 3 plates and say get gnocchi, broccoli, and cauliflower, your bill for one person would come out to $52. That's a lot of money. And look, I understand the food coming out to that much at a world-class steakhouse, but you're at some random eatery in suburban Southern California, and you're buying plant-based dishes, which are way cheaper than steak. And if the plates are small, why are they shared? That doesn't make any sense. And it's always so awkward to eat at these places because they give you this tiny little plate, and if you really like whatever you got one little small bite of, then you gotta get like a democratic consensus from the table to see if everyone wants to order another one. All in favor of ordering some more charred market carrots, say aye. 3 ayes and 2 nays? Well, it looks like I'm going to McDonald's after this dinner. And then the restaurant might say, well, you see, everything here is tapas style like they do in Spain. To which I answer, no, you are not a tapas style restaurant. Tapas has come to mean small, expensive plates that everyone shares and doesn't get enough of. But that's not what tapas are. Tapas originated in Spain, where you would get a free snack whenever you would order a drink, maybe a plate of olives or some sausages or something like that. If you want something a little bit more substantial, then you pay a few euros depending on what you get, and then munch on it while you're drinking with your friends. It was never meant to be like a full sit-down meal. And that's what this is. It's a sit-down meal. I'm sitting at a table. I'm not standing up drinking or sitting down in a bar stool and drinking and eating little snacks. So this has nothing to do with tapas style. Okay, so maybe we're not tapas style, but we're definitely a family style restaurant. Family? What kind of family would eat this amount of food? A family of starving 19th century street urchins? Excuse me, sir, could you spare a nibble of grilled stone fruit and organic market lettuces? It's been a long winter. A great example of a Southern California family-style restaurant is Chengdu Taste in the San Gabriel Valley. By the way, go to Chengdu Taste and send me a picture of your food because I want to live vicariously through you. There's no Sichuan food in Bogota, Colombia. Get the toothpick lamb, send me a picture. They sell, for example, this fish hot pot at Chengdu Taste. It's $13 like the broccoli at the Small Plates restaurant, except it's fish, which is way more expensive. And it's enough food for, what's that? A family. So it is family style. So one place charges $13 for a big pot of fish, and another place charges $13 for a little bit of broccoli. Now, I think only one place has the right to call themselves family style. Well, the restaurant also might make the argument that it's really expensive to run a restaurant and you need to charge those prices in order to take care of all your other costs. But I don't buy that when it comes to small plate places. Let me break it down for you. So I get 6 ounces of broccoli in this dish, and judging by the prices at the Whole Foods down the street, that would come out to $1.13. Say the rest of the ingredients cost 77 cents, that's $2. The restaurant charges $13, so that adds up to about a 650% markup. Now I know markups need to be high in restaurants in order for a restaurant to function. They're not just paying for the ingredients, obviously, but the average restaurant markup is about 300%. So you're charging over twice as much as a normal restaurant markup. You own a restaurant and these numbers don't make sense? Let me know in the comments below. But to me, it sounds kind of fishy. Should you really be charging this much for broccoli? Wow, will you get a load of this place? Look at me having dinner in unincorporated Los Angeles. I feel like a movie star. Hi, who are you? Who is this person? Oh, that's another one of our guests. We have communal seating here. We're in Pasadena, aren't we? Isn't that where Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory lives? The things that come out of his mouth, am I right? But I learned on the studio tour, Bob, that they actually don't film it here. They film it in a soundstage in Burbank, which is right down the street. Who would have thunk? Movie magic, am I right? We feel that it contributes to a convivial atmosphere. So you're telling me I'm paying $60 for this seat and I don't even get my own table? These small plates restaurants do that too. You know, no one's ever said, you know what would make my dining experience so much better? If I had a complete stranger break up with their boyfriend right next to me. Bob, 30 years, how could you? You ruined my vacation. I got to sit in Sheldon's spot and everything, and now the memory's just tarnished. And that brings me to the crux of why I think the small plates trend is so horrific, is that it's insulting to the customer. Because the restaurant tries to frame it like they're doing it for your benefit. Oh, small shared plates, that's fun. You get to share, talk, laugh, love. Oh, communal seating, it's like you're at a rustic speakeasy. But in the end, restaurants are doing it for them so they can make more money. They do the communal seating so you can pack more people into a dining room. They charge you $13 for broccoli because that's a really great profit margin. And I understand that the restaurant industry is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult industries to succeed in. And maybe you have to charge those prices in order to keep your restaurant open. And that's fine. You need to charge the prices that work for you and fit into your business model. But don't sell it to me like you're doing me a favor by giving me less food, charging me more money, and sitting me next to some weird person that I don't want to be seated next to. You know what? I'm probably just hangry. Let me just get that $15 plate of market spinach that I ordered, and I'm sure I'll feel fine. Thanks. Oh yeah, that's definitely enough for 5 people. Why would you not need to share this? Who could eat that in one sitting? I mean, come on. Are these tables bolted into the ground? Yes, we've bolted the tables to the ground because people seem to try to do that a lot. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you like fun, funny videos about food like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. So am I the only person that feels this way, or am I just taking crazy pills, people? I need to know, please. What are some of the most egregious examples of small plates? I'd also love to know. Let me know in the comments section below so I know that I'm not slowly going insane. If you want to learn some easy recipes, make sure to check out my Make It Less Sad videos. Link to the playlist over here. Well, until next time, this is the Hungry Gringo, signing off.